I can't believe I'm finally writing my own marriage SP success story. I met my SP about 5.5 years ago and fell in love with him very quickly. Over the years, it was very on and off. Both of us dated other people. We dated each other for a while, but he said he would never want to commit to a relationship. We went through periods of just friends and periods of no contact. I've made it through all the third-party stuff, my own insecurities and self-sabotage, and a lot of tears and confusion. We started dating again consistently and happily last fall around August 2021, got engaged in April 2022, and married on July 1st. I'm so glad to be looking back on those confusing times as a happily married woman to the love of my life now. It reminds me of all the times I did Neville's I remember when technique. Now I'm actually remembering when. Here are some Neville techniques that helped me. Technique 1. I remember when. This technique always made me feel better. I would do something like I remember when I was a single woman, and now I'm happily married to my SP. Also, my SP also has bipolar schizophrenia. So, I would do I remember when he was struggling with his mental health, and now he's so healthy. So, sure enough, he ended up finding the perfect meds for him and is very stable with his mental health now. Technique 2. SATs. My SAT scene was me falling asleep with a wedding ring next to him, and sure enough now, I fall asleep every night next to him with the exact wedding ring I imagined. It's perfect. Technique 3. Revision. This was so helpful. Whenever we had a negative interaction, like if I didn't like his short text reply or if I was nervous because he didn't reply quickly, I would revise it to work in my favor at the end of each day. At the end of each day, I revised my day to be perfect, like imagining the text to say exactly what I wanted, or imagining our conversation to be exactly what I wanted. I even revised the conversation from 2 years ago when he said he would never want to be in a committed relationship, and sure enough, we had a brand new conversation this year. When he said he was so lost back then and he's matured now and he knows that he wants to cherish what a good thing we have and get married and have a family together. Tip: birds before landing. There was a key moment when we were first talking again last fall, when I ran into his sister at the park. I was going on a run, and his sister introduced me to her friend as her future sister-in-law. At the time, he and I were barely speaking, but we had such a history of deep connection. She could see that true love was there. So I took this as a Neville bird before landing sign that things would be different this time around. Technique 4. Persist. When it seems hard, just persist in your wish fulfilled and feel really good imagining. Have fun with it. Stop checking her social media, or third-party social media if you were already in the happy relationship. You wouldn't be doing that frantically and obsessively, so stop now. Technique 5. Prepare your home, as though he or she is definitely coming. I got this from Florence Scovel Skin, but it's similar to Neville. If my wish were fulfilled, I would buy groceries for both of us and have a clean home ready for him to come home to. So, I bought the juice he loves and cleaned my house. And he came and drank the juice. Also, cleaning my home in general was just helpful for clearing our old energy. Technique 6. Stop talking about it with friends. I used to always complain and worry about the situation with my SP to friends, and it encouraged my fears. Neville says go and tell no one because they mirror your fears. Talking about it can cause a miscarriage to your desires, as Neville says. My relationship improved so much when I stopped talking about it. If friends would ask, I would just say it's going great, even if I was nervous or something at the time. Technique 7. For third parties. I just ignored them. I believed when he meets other girls, he thinks about how much he misses me and likes me so much. Even though years ago, he told me he would never commit to one person. I had to just ignore that, and sure enough, it changed. Technique 8. Mental diet. You must be careful about your inner conversations. Tame your inner talking like a wild horse. Don't let yourself go into simmering in fear and worry about undesired outcomes. Always match your inner talking to your wish fulfilled. It's hard, but it gets easier. You cannot use the above techniques and constantly or even sometimes be festering in worry and expect it to work. You're hindering your manifestation by letting your mind wander untamed into fearful imagining. Technique 9. Test the law. Have fun with this and play with it. Playfulness is a great energy in all this. I remember playing with butterflies. Butterflies became my symbol when I needed help building my faith. I would ask to see a butterfly as like a birds before landing sign, and it increased my faith. I would imagine a butterfly and then I started seeing them everywhere. One day, I was particularly down about my SP, and I imagined my butterfly and asked to see a butterfly and then just let it go, and that night, I was driving to dinner with friends and saw a massive butterfly on a billboard on the highway. Test the law with small things in play. This is how you build into a place of knowing. You need that confidence in the law and faith. Remember, your faith is your fortune. Technique 10. Living in the end and self-concept. With the idea of living in the end, you have to imagine what would you be like if you already had your wish fulfilled, and what would you feel like if you already had your wish fulfilled, and then be and feel those things now. This is connected to your self-concept. What would your self-concept be if you were already in the relationship now? I found the answer to be relaxation. I would feel relaxed and secure. So relaxing in this present moment and feeling secure now was helpful in bringing the manifestation. Hope this helps. Happy to answer any questions. Anything is possible. No situation is too hard or far gone to turn into working in your favor. Believe and continue to persist in our wish fulfilled. Believe everything is working out for your good and your favor. You can even believe that the negative situations that you may see in our 3D are necessary to bring our desired end into being. You can believe that even the worst circumstances are working out for your good, and they will.